This episode of Hydroshow is sponsored by Hydromag, the UK's independent hydroponics magazine.
It's that time in the show where we get handed a presenter challenge. So let's see what this week's challenge is.
Thank you. In the studio, you will have 2 sets of equipment and tents, one for each of you. Your task is to set up the equipment. There is no time limit, however, you will be marked on speed and the method in which you have set up the equipment. Your time starts now.
Oh my goodness. Oh!
As a control, producer Pete sets up exactly the same system to set the target time and the criteria for marking the challenge. Included in this tent kit is a reflector, ballast, lamp and light hanger, a single pot system with a net pot, a chili cutting and some clay pebbles, a clip fan, some ducting, some plant netting, a max min thermohygrometer and lint-free microfiber cloth. As mentioned in the challenge brief, the point of this exercise is to see what the girls have learned whilst filming for Hydroshow. Setting up a 1 metre grow tent is basic stuff, however getting the smallest of details incorrect can have a big effect on the success of your grow room. Later on in the show, we'll see how the girls got on, giving each of them marks on specific elements of their grow tent system. The winner will be who makes the least mistakes.
Do you want a nutrient that matches all the requirements of any plant you choose to grow? Well, let us introduce to you the aroma formula. So variable it fits all the plants you want to grow indoors. Speed up plant growth. Increase yields. Trusted by the professionals. Results you can easily see for yourself. The aroma formula. Now available at all fine hydroponic shops.
So, while the girls are setting up their equipment, let's see how Pete set his up. The cuttings that Pete supplied are planted in soil. The girls should use the net pot provided to repot the cuttings into the hydroponic drippers. This will help prevent the soil being washed away until the roots have grown through into the clay pebbles. The clip fan supplied should be pointing into the room and be free to oscillate properly. Having good air movement in the tent can help prevent pathogens settling on the plant, and the air movement can also simulate the wind in the wild, giving the plant a bit of stress which will help build its strength. The temperature controller has been mounted at the top centre of the tent, allowing the remote lead to hang near to the plant canopy. This will give you 2 readings. The canopy reading shows you what temperature the plant is experiencing, whilst the reading at the top will show you the hottest part of the tent where the heat is escaping from the lamp. All of the wires in Pete's setup have been cable tied to the bars of the tent, as a tidy grow tent is a safe grow tent, and because you've got water and electricity in close proximity, extra care should always be taken. Using the North Star reflector allowed Pete to pull the heat from the light almost directly from the light source. Placing a piece of ducting from the fan to the heat source will help keep temperature down. The plant netting should be placed near to the plant, so that it can reach it as soon as it needs to. And finally, you're probably wondering why Pete provided a lint-free cloth. When handling lamps, the oily residue left on your fingers can cause hot spots on the lamp's surface and reduce the lamp's life and integrity. By either installing the lamp, holding it through a cloth, or giving it a good clean afterwards, you're increasing the efficiency and potentially its lifespan. Now, let's see how the girls got on. So both girls have finished pretty much at the same time. Time for us to check out their setup. Looking at Gemma's tent, she's wrapped her remote sensor wire around the top bar near to the max min unit. Well, this is pointless. You should always try to have your remote sensor as near to the plant canopy as possible. This way you know what temperature the plant is experiencing. Gemma has also taken the wire from the reflector out of the bottom ventilation duct. This is dangerous. Condensation could form on the wire and trickle down into the ballast. Always have your reflector wire leaving at the top of the tent. Also, looking at Gemma's tent, the unused ventilation socks have been left open. For best results, Close any socks you aren't using and allow for air to be taken and supplied from your chosen intake and outtake ducts. Gemma's reflector is hung right at the top of her tent, meaning her plants will stretch. Unless you want long spindly plants, you should hang your light closer to the plants, giving a bushier foliage and faster growth. Going over to Pooja's tent, it looks like she's left her plant out of the net pot. Although this isn't essential, the net pot would help prevent the soil around the plant roots being washed away by the dripper system. Finally, going back to their setup videos, neither of the girls used their cloth to fit their lamps, nor did they clean their lamps after they'd handled them. By cleaning your lamp after you've installed it, you're increasing the efficiency and potentially its lifespan. So now it's time to announce the winner. And the winner is, by a mile, Pooja.
Yay! Yes, thank you. Oh, sorry Gemma, there has to be a loser. Sorry.
If you're looking for more quick tips for your grow room, visit our official magazine's website at www.hydromag.co.uk.
This episode of Hydro Show is sponsored by Hydromag, the UK's independent hydroponics magazine.